Welcome back to What's Going On Here. I'm Bob Venn, and pleasure to be with Father Soucy again. We're going to talk about the Bazaar coming up on the 29th and 30th here of May, and even an added pleasure, there's parts of Father's family. Father, introduce us to your family.
Well, they just happened to stop by today on their way to Burlington. This is my mother, Dot Short, from Lisbon, New York.
Hi, Mrs. Short.
And this is my sister, Barbara LeDuc, from Watertown, New York. And they're on their way to Burlington. We're very proud that my sister Barbara's oldest daughter, Jamie, is going to become a doctor tomorrow. She finishes the medical school in Burlington.
Who's the proudest of the three, you think?
I don't know.
Right here, huh? Yes, you are.
It'd be pretty tough to decide. We're very proud of her.
Very, very good. How long has she been trying to be a doctor?
Well, she's been in college for 9 years, pre-med, and 1 year of master's and 4 years of...
You're lucky she had all her own money.
Oh, definitely.
That's great. That's great, huh? Well, you know, we're going to talk about the Bazaar later, but what better opportunity? Because Father has not always been in Champlain, and a lot of things have happened, I bet you, in his life that someone here could tell us about, right? Tell us about Father a little bit. Tell us about how big of a family did you have?
4.
Right?
2 girls and 2 boys.
Oh, that's even.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. And it's Barbara, and your other daughter's name?
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
And your brother is?
Michael.
Where do they live?
Phyllis is in Lisbon, and Mike's in Scriba, near Oswego.
Okay, I never heard of Scriba. That's
Just
like
outside of Oswego.
That's like your friend the priest. Where is he at? Where is he? Shamu.
Shamo.
Shamo. All right. All right. So you're going over to Burlington. You're going to stay overnight in Burlington?
Yes.
And the graduation is tomorrow?
Yes.
How proud you must be. How proud you must be. And what happens to her now that she's...
She has 3 years of residency in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And then from there she can go and get a job somewhere with another group or whatever. That would usually what happens? Or go back to school?
She would like to do a fellowship after that.
Okay. Well, he can't control me at all. When I got to Mike, this is called Bob Venn, What's Going On Here. So, do you remember your brother when he was real young? Did you ever fight?
I wouldn't dare.
You wouldn't dare?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
But it's a great time. If you don't, you got to remember the bad and the good times. That's what makes a family, I think, right, Father?
We fought over the dishes, who would wipe and who would dry, and she always washed, and I always dried. And to this day, I hate drying dishes.
But you'd
That's
rather...
why I have a drain.
You'd have rather washed them?
I'd rather wash them.
Well, what, did you have a choice of not doing them?
Either, but
you didn't have a choice of not doing them at all? Huh?
Well,
No.
When my younger sister and brother got a little bit older, I used to entertain, and they did the work. I did the entertaining.
You entertained? Well, how do you entertain?
Well, we had one of those little chord organ
Oh,
things
yeah.
there, and I'd play that and caterwaul and
Sing.
that sort of thing.
And where were you brought up? Where was...
Lisbon.
In Lisbon. You said there's someone still in Lisbon. Your
Phyllis.
sister's still in Lisbon.
I still live in Lisbon.
How big is Lisbon?
It's not.
You don't shut your eyes or you miss it. 2 streets.
Smaller than
3
Moores,
churches, though.
Bigger than Coopersville, smaller than Moores.
All right, where is Lisbon?
Near Ogdensburg.
Oh, okay. It's not good. It's right in
10
the backyard
miles,
nearly, right? Yeah. All right. Anything else you got to tell me? You ought to be able to tell me something
Oh,
about
I wouldn't dare.
growing up, huh? And you have how many
She's
children?
very shy.
She's very shy.
3.
The only one in the family, I'll bet.
She has 3 daughters, and I taught all 3 of them when I taught school.
But they still went on regardless?
They turned out all right anyway.
Regardless. Well, one of them went on to make you very proud, too.
Yeah, well, they all did. They all were
They
proud
all
of
went
all
on.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. All right. And so you come down. We see you from time to time
Oh,
down
yes.
here. Yes.
We come down quite often.
Yep.
Usually come to your bazaar.
Okay, you're coming down this year, I hope, again?
Thinking about it.
Okay. Now, how soon will your daughter go to Albuquerque?
In June.
Right, okay, so she'll be able to get home for a short
couple
time?
of weeks,
Yeah.
and then she'll be leaving for Albuquerque.
Okay. Anything else, Father? Anything else you want to tell me, or do you just say,
Well,
boy,
I got this,
yes, this bush.
Lilac bush. I
Yes?
I dug a piece of my mother's lilac tree up and planted this here about 4 years ago, so it's come along pretty nice.
Sure is, yes. As a matter of fact, it's time you plant something, because the very first day you came, if you remember what you were doing,
We took all the stuff off the side.
I was going to tell you, that stuff looks terrible along, and it didn't have to. He already started. You dug all the stuff out along.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
Yeah, it looks good now, though.
And yes, it certainly does. You've done a great job. Very good. All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies. It was a pleasure, and I do thank you for talking with us. All right. Bye-bye. We'll take a short break and be right back. You're watching What's Going On Here. Hometown Cable. Calvin Castine with the camera, looking up in the sky. It's that time of the year, and Father, it was nice meeting your sister for the first time, and you look like her. As a matter of fact, you people resemble your mother, both of you. And we're going to talk now about Kittyland and about the bazaar and so forth. Last night at 10 o'clock, I wouldn't have given you too much for our being outside today.
I know, it's nice now, and I hope this is bazaar weather, I hope.
Yes. All right. Well, the bazaar will be, I believe this is being shown on the what? 23rd. And that means that next Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, is our bazaar here at St. Mary's. Our 27th or 26th?
27th,
27th, I think it is, but
I think so.
All right, and we're up here on the grounds now, and our buildings that have been put up, and permanent buildings have been up here for, all of 15 years, I think. And right over where Calvin is now, you see our reason for a bazaar because of the school. All the money goes to the school, just about.
Every penny.
Every penny.
Yep.
And not only the bazaar money.
And a lot more pennies besides.
Yes. All right, and right over there you can see where the charcoal pit, so we're going to have the barbecue
Barbecue on Sunday afternoon. The
Chicken?
KFC, chicken barbecue is always a delicious barbecue. The KFC does the barbecuing, and the Catholic Daughters help with the serving of the barbecue.
Okay. There'll be a big tent over there, so you don't have to be out in the weather.
Right.
But a day this would be for the barbecue right today.
Wouldn't it? Be perfect.
And our let me think here. All right, your chairman again this year?
Is Kathy Ryan took it over last year from her mother, Dina Keefe, who ran it for so many years, and Dina still helps out some. And there's of course all kinds of people that do various parts of the bazaar. We have our parade on Sunday at noon, and Mitch Willett is in charge of that. And our Grand Marshal this year is a very famous local personage, Mrs. St. Andrews.
What a great...
Mrs. St. Maxim,
yes, what a great person. What a great tribute to that fine lady.
She's a lovely lady, isn't she?
That lady, when I was going to school in Moores, that's 50 years ago. She was very active at the school over here, and was at all the sporting events, and just has been a great person for our community.
Well, we're very proud to have her as our parade
I bet you, and I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased for that, and I've seen it in the paper several times and other places. Father, then you open on Saturday.
That's right, Saturday around noon or so. And of course, we got all our game booths, and we have kiddies rides and food booths, and we have on Saturday we will have an auction. I don't know, are we going down in the auction room?
Don't know what they're going to do this year. I haven't heard. I don't know.
Well, we are having the auction. The auction will not be inside this year.
Be outside?
We didn't care for that so well.
Yeah.
So we're going to be back out in the tent, and last year we had an awful lot of junk.
Yeah, a lot of stuff
so this year
nobody wanted.
Put in the bulletin, and if they couldn't decide whether to take it to the dump or to take it to Father Soucy, that I'd appreciate it if they took it to the dump.
Yeah, they got to paint it one of the
dump.
dump. Good.
Yeah,
good.
Right.
And it should be things that are usable. Otherwise,
so we don't have as much stuff, which is all right, but we got much better stuff.
Okay,
so we're happy about that.
Do come. That'll be what, 1 o'clock, 1:32. Do you know the time? It'll be early afternoon.
Early afternoon, about 1 o'clock.
Okay, and it'll be sold here. It'll be done by 4 or 5. Come in, buy the stuff here. You're helping the parish. And pick up something that's worthwhile, too. They're worthwhile things.
Some very nice things.
Okay, then there's probably, I would say, at least 50 people or more that work at this bazaar. Would you say? Plenty more than that. Plenty more than that, huh?
100 or 200 probably.
That many?
I would think, yeah. When you count all the people working in the various booths,
all right.
People that make things for the craft sale and all that, there's got to be a couple hundred.
Very, very successful. You people out there who haven't heard, last year we never got all our bills, and one still hasn't arrived. So I never did get a final report made up, but our gross last year was somewhere between $46,000 and $47,000 for the 2 days, and with a net of about $22,000 to $24,000, somewhere in there. We don't do it just to make money. In other words, you get a fair deal, you get a fair roll here with your money. We are trying to make, we make less than 50%, and that includes where an awful lot of stuff is donated. We should make 100% on that. But
we have a raffle too, of course, a money raffle. $1,000 is the first prize, and then some other prizes. I think there's 4 altogether.
Okay.
And $1,000, so they can buy their raffle tickets from any parishioner or here on the grounds too.
But
then we'll have some other raffles as well. I have.
We're going to have to stop on the raffle because our battery just died.
Oh.
It's in the process.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Unlike NBC or CBS, who have much bigger batteries, Father, we have to pause now and then. You were talking about other things that'll be
Well, we have some other raffles. Owen Garrow donated a TV, and we're going to have that and a bicycle on one raffle. And the craft sales always have some raffles too. There, some fancy goods that the good ladies of the parish make. So there'll be different raffles that they can get involved in too.
Then there's a lot of people in town, in the area, and not only Champlain, Moores, the whole area, who deal with St. Mary's, who donate items that we give away during the hours, that go to the auctions and so forth. And I want to thank all those people. And usually there's a list around showing what those people that they donated. And when you see those lists, look it over. And if you see those organizations, those groups, those businesses, thank them for helping St. Mary's and for helping the children here at St. Mary's.
Yes,
we don't gain as such. It's for the children.
Right.
All right, and then we're going to go inside and look at some of the merchandise that's available at the auction, and just talk a little bit more. The trash cans are all ready for the receptacles. Go ahead.
They're going to start putting the booths up and getting the permanent booths ready this Sunday. Well, the day we're watching this, and the people who have each booth are going to stop by during the week and tell the grounds crew what they hope to have in their booth. So she'll be all ready to go on Saturday morning.
This is the time of the year that this whole parish prays, and the biggest prayer at the time is two things. Number one, no rain, and a successful bazaar.
That's right. Only thing we want to rain are pennies.
And if you
and dollars.
Yeah, and the time to come to St. Mary's for church, if you never come again, is the Sunday of Bazaar, because we have a very, very short sermon.
Very short sermon. The deacon's giving it this year, but he was told to do a short reflection.
You got to get out there and get back to work, because
well, it's the Feast of Pentecost, so we couldn't let that go by scot-free. But got to give you a little something, but not too. It'll be short.
Okay, stay with us. We're going inside, and we'll be right back. We're in the locker room. It was used to be the boys' locker room, and some of the things are stored in here ready for the bazaar. And I don't think there's a third of what there was last year. Last year was just thrown in and piled with a lot of stuff. Right. Now there's an example. There's a very nice book rack, magazine rack. Right. That could be very handy. And
I don't even know who donated it. Very nice. Nice lamps there.
Lamps, and they've got this. Nice, if you like your ducks, that's the thing now. A kitchen set for the napkins and the note and your paper towels and a shelf, and there's a clock here with the same ducks. Someone must be going from ducks to cows or pigs in the kitchen, and they change their. Of course, there's a lot.
Could be.
Up north, we have a lot of pigs in the kitchen up north instead of ducks. We have a lot of that. And there's a sewing machine in the cabinet. Yeah.
I think that's a singer sewing machine.
Okay. Yeah. It's in the.
That singer. Good shape too. Runs.
Yeah.
Just used by a little old lady who went to the nursing home.
Yes, and she...
That's true, too.
And she... the only time she used it was on Sunday for around on her doilies.
The only time she used it was when she was sewing.
All right. And there's another one of these, that's that same group again. That same, the duck, or the...
oh, yeah, goose thing.
The goose with the hang your cups. I guess that's the cup holder. And some... craft stuff. That probably is not for the auction.
That's for the craft.
That's for the craft booth. And
we got a lot of puzzles too. They're all there too.
Bicycle, a computer over here.
Right, that works.
The computer works. All right. We intend to let you know if they work or not. And out in front there's some chairs, and there's a big sofa. There's a gray metal desk that someone can use in their house.
All kinds of things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff still in the box here. We're not going to go through the whole thing. Come and look at the auction tent just before it starts
right, we'll have it
on Saturday.
Right.
Okay, and Father, anything else? Anything happening as far as entertainment during the day, either day?
Well, usually after the parade, some of the bands will stay around and play, so hopefully they'll do
You know how big of a parade? That,
about the same as usual. We have a good-sized parade.
Yes.
If they are going to have a little trouble down on Main Street.
Well, we've already talked to the people.
I guess it's going to be taken care of.
We've already talked to the contractor and the man from DOT, man in charge, Randy Trudeau, and he said that although he hadn't known it, he will make sure that the road is good and clean so that there'll be no problem from the bridge right up onto Church Street.
That's great.
Yep, it'll be taken care of. And the parade starts, remember, on time.
Right at noon.
At noon. So if you get here at 5 after, you're in trouble. You're not going to see the beginning of the parade. By the time it gets to the rectory, it's about 8 minutes after, 10 minutes after, but it starts on time.
That's right.
All right, and what, do you still use this locker room? Do you use the locker room at all, Father?
Not too much, no.
All right.
Not too much.
What's new in school?
Well, we have a new principal, as you know. I think you've introduced you've, interviewed Lisa before.
Yes.
We have one of our teachers is retiring this year, and that's Ann Morgan, who's been here, I think, 27 years. I think it's 27. So she must have came about the same time the Bazaars started.
Just about,
I guess.
yes.
Yeah, either 24 or 27 she's been here. Quite a while. She came, I think, back when before Father Seguin. Father Rivette, I think she said.
Okay, what grade does she teach?
She teaches 4th grade. 4th grade.
Okay, so she'll need a new teacher then.
Right. Well, I think if I can get this straight now, our 1st grade teacher is going to 4th grade.
Okay.
Our 5th grade teacher is going to 1st grade, so we'll be looking for a 5th grade teacher, even though it's the 4th grade teacher that's retiring. So if you got that straight.
If you got that, if you haven't, call Father, ask him to repeat that.
Call
the principal. Our teachers are very, very versatile.
They
too,
are.
Right?
Well, they are.
They're young, energetic, and raring to go.
Right.
And we have an excellent curriculum here at St. Mary's.
And we're always examining it, see how we can make it better too.
When the students leave here to go up to the central school as a 7th grader, they hold their own very well.
They do very well indeed.
Very well. Okay. Anything else, Father, you want to cover? You want to talk about?
I think we pretty well covered the Bazaar. I can't think of anything else. We hope they all come.
Huh?
Go to the Bazaar room.
Okay.
The
The noise in the background, of course, is This is not a study hall you're hearing. That's the gymnasium, and they're having a gym class, and you know that they're very active here, and they're happy too.
Great.
We'll be right back. We're going to the Bazaar room. This is the Bazaar room.
These are some bizarre people.
We see what these hats are for. I was suggesting any father out there, you buy a hat like this for your daughter and one for her boyfriend. And then they wear them, they can get no closer than this to each other. See, and you will not worry when they go out at night.
As long as they keep the hats on.
Yes, all right. So what's happening here, Father? What are we wearing these for?
Well, these are some of the many prizes that we give away at St. Mary's Bazaar. We have these beautiful hats. Hopefully it'll be a very sunny day, and this will help you stay in the shade.
Okay, it would help. Yes, I like the shade. I could be outside right now.
And here we have some bears, and I guess looks like a dolphin sticking his nose out.
Yes.
Horse of some kind, and there's all kinds of stuffed animals that we give away. Here's a couple of the games that we have. We have spinning wheels of various kinds. Here's the 7-Eleven, and who made that? Sam?
Yeah.
Sam Blaine or Sam Castaigne?
Sam Blaine.
Sam Blaine.
Sam Blaine, the 7-Eleven is a game here that you can win. It's for the smaller children.
No,
It's for anyone. All right.
Anybody.
You don't have to be good to throw the ball. This one here, someone else will even spin it for you, and wherever that stops, and you got your number down, you're going to get a prize. And you'll have those and lots of activity at St. Mary's. And you'll see a lot of people you haven't seen for a long time because a lot of people come to our bazaar.
That's a great part. People come back to visit home
Yes.
to be here that way.
And we want to thank those people from not only Champlain, but from Shazy, Moores, Plattsburgh, Rouse's Point, the whole area who come to our bazaar to help out not only St. Mary's, but to see their friends and relatives and have a good time.
Some of these prizes are must be for the dime.
Okay, dime pit, that's a popular thing. And this has all been purchased over the last month or two or three, and I think it's David Ryan.
David takes care of the
game.
purchasing the game.
Many years ago, many years ago, I was the games chairman, and Calvin was helping me, and then he was Calvin was for about 7-8 years, Calvin? Or more?
I was chairman for a couple of years and stopped for a couple of years and came back for another period, so I don't know.
You're right. So that he,
Didn't mark it on the calendar, but
Yeah,
I would like to mention that that like the 7-Eleven that Sam made when I was took over the last time. We used to deal, as you know very well, with Larry Sargent out of Malone with Noveltown, and I figured if we could buy direct, we got some catalogs, we could probably save even more by going directly to the suppliers. But we needed the game, so I approached some people in the parish. And I knew Sam Blaine was a good carpenter, so I asked him to make an add and win and a tic-tac-toe, and I saw the 7-Eleven in the paper in one of the flyers, and I said this might be a good game. And he not only made them, when it came to paying for the plywood, he didn't want any money. He donated them.
Yes.
And the wheels were made by somebody who's in Dayton now, Norman Ashline, who was a very good carpenter, as you can see, very good with wood.
Mm-hmm.
And the Woodman of the World bought 3 wheels. They gave 2 to St. Mary's, and this one here stays here at St. Mary's and is used by St. Mary's, but we would have been retained ownership just in case we ever needed it, that we wouldn't have to borrow it.
Okay.
It'd be our wheel.
Right.
But
All right. And these are a couple of rooms, Father, upstairs that are not being used for the...
Mostly stored
Academics.
Bazaar stuff.
And someone obviously put the shelves up, and that's where we don't have to worry about having something left over like back when I was doing it, because I always bought with the idea that I had enough and I could return what I didn't. And it goes up every year, so it's good to have something left over. It don't cost you as much. Mm-hmm. And it'll never go down in price, and we know we're going to be here. We've been here for... Sister Joe was her idea back in 66. That Sister Joe.
67.
67? All right. Every time I do that, you tell me that, Calvin. I'm counting the same year twice. And we were on Channel 5 for half an hour, she and I, talking about,
right?
Oh, yes, way back we were into that. And we got a lot of people down from Canada. Thank you for the Canadians, too, who come down. All right, we're going to move around a little bit, and thank you very much for watching Hometown Cable. By the way, next Sunday, tune in for sure on Sunday.
No, don't tune in. Set their VCR, because they should be at the Bazaar.
Oh, let's start all that over again. Yeah, on the 30th. Set your VCR, or watch it late at night when you get home. We'll be doing a story at St. Anne's in Morris Forks with Father McCaslin, who's retiring. And we're going to be talking with some of the people who wrote a book called the St. Anne's Parish, learning a little bit about the parish and advertising his bazaar, which I think is the following week after the 6th of June. And don't forget that parade and thing. And you'll be going to that too. We'll be right back. Well, Father, I've been out of town for a week, and my brother-in-law and my sister came back with me. We've been traveling, and things have happened here the last 2 weeks that I only know rumors, and that is that Father Soucy may not be in St. Mary's Parish for very long.
No, that's true, Bob. I'm going to be moving June 16th. Not just sure where I'm going yet, but we'll be moving. There'll be some new priests will be coming here. I'm not sure who that'll be either. We'll find that out on June 1st, and as soon as we know.
June 1st?
June 1st. Will be
day after, but you came just about Bazaar time, didn't you?
I came 7 years ago. I know it was after the Bazaar, in June 20th, I think, and I'll be leaving the June 16th this year.
Okay.
So
and doesn't know where he's going, and just one question. I understand, like when they knew you were going, they tell you they're going to go somewhere else, and they ask who's interested in coming to Champlain?
That's right.
So they can show an interest and say, I'd like to apply for that job.
Right. That's the way we do the transfers. If a parish comes open, like for example, Morris Forks came open because Father Howard McCaslin's retiring, and a letter went out along with a couple other parishes that were opening for the same reason, and other priests can say, well, I'd kind of like to go there. I'd like you to think about sending me there. And as a result, Father Serank will be in Morris and Morris Forks.
Who's been at St. Peter's. Now, you were on a committee for transfer.
I used to be on that. I served 2 terms, and you can only serve 2 terms in a row, and then you have to get off.
Are you appointed, or are you chosen by
No, chosen
fellow
by
priests?
your peers. There's 5 elected representatives, and then the bishop, and the chancellor, and the vicar general, and the personnel director. So there's 9 people altogether. But 5 are elected by priests in their same age group, approximate age group.
Okay, well, we hope you're not going to be too far away. We
I hope not.
You'll remember how to get back here.
Yeah, I'll remember how to
get back here, all right? Because you've, I was talking, my brother-in-law was here, and he said, God, that priest is a good speaker. I said, we pride ourselves in St. Mary's Parish. We have always had good speakers and have always enjoyed what they said. We didn't always what the content maybe, but no kidding. I mean, they're really great speakers, and all priests can't do that, but we've been very fortunate. Calvin?
Right from Father DeRocher on down.
Right on down. Okay, well, is this going to be about it, Calvin, for our bazaar?
I think so.
Any place else to go?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think,
this is we want to make sure that you come to our bazaar. I want to talk about it, and it's always a pleasure to see Father Soucy. We see him, of course, but I like to see him on TV, and he's... I think a lot of your compatriots are a little jealous that you're on TV so much, I hear. Huh?
There are certain ones who will go unnamed, but they live in Shazy.
Well,
Who'll
yeah.
get a little upset.
I wonder who that is. Yes,
I can't
yeah.
imagine.
Well, he was on. No, he was on. They did confirmation there, right?
His confirmation he was on.
That's his. That's all for this year for him. Whatever his name is.
Cut him off.
In Shazy, okay. You know, there's a great camaraderie between priests. Maybe not all the priests together, but there's a great camaraderie. They usually have 2 or 3 real good friends, and they certainly have things in common. And I'm sure while we talk about our priests maybe at our gathering, I'm sure they talk about their parishioners at their gatherings. And I'm not asking for confirmation on that. All right, thank you very much, Father.
Okay, you're welcome.
What's going on here? I'm Bob Ben. Calvin Castan on the camera. St. Mary's Bazaar next Sunday and Saturday, 29th and 30th. Come, bring your money, and see all your friends and neighbors.